Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. And thank you for joining me in an Advent Countdown project. This is the one we're making today. It's so cute. One of these is metric, one is imperial. Can't remember which is which. There is a slight difference in the paper sizes when you cut, but I will explain it as we go. And it uses the Trim the Tree DSP stack, which is lush. I love it. It's so gorgeous. Let me flip and show you the other sides. How gorgeous is that? Now, if you're working in imperial, you need to cut your paper down on the length, down to 6 inches by 4 inches. If you're working in metric, you need to trim yours down to only 15.5 by 11.5, so slightly longer if you're working in metric. But like I say, one of these is metric, one's imperial. Can't actually tell the difference, which is which. There's not enough in it, but there was enough irritating sort of measurement sizes for me to say, you know what, let's make it easy for those who like to work in metric. Okay, so with the long side at the top, it's 2 score lines that come at 2.5 inches and 3.5 inches, which in metric is 6.5 and 9 centimetres. There's Fennel. She's in that mood today. On the short side, score it at 1 inch and at 3.5 inches, which is 2.5 and 9 centimetres. And I forgot to say the finished dimensions of this. The base is 1 inch deep this way, and then it is 2.5 inches in either direction, which I can't remember what that is in metric. 6.5 centimetres. So it's kind of a square box bag type thing. So fold your score lines. Dead easy. Love it. How cute. Can you imagine that on, I don't know, maybe on your Christmas table with little chockies in or something? I'm all about chocolates on Christmas tables. I said in my blog post the other day that my children are convinced that we have 2 stomachs, because when you eat your main meal you might be really, really full, but there's always room for pudding. Okay, sorry, I didn't say where I was cutting. With the paper in the horizontal position, you're cutting up those 2 score lines, so basically you're separating your squares. Okay, you need to turn it over and put your adhesive on. Now, because it is paper, you can do you can use snail on paper to paper, and you want to put your snail on the little square and one of the rectangle sections. So I'm just going to stripe it along both in one go. And you take your square and stick it under the sticky rectangle part. She's very noisy, I'm so sorry. She's probably going to appear on the desk in a minute. Oh, she's literally outside the door. It's not like the door's shut or anything. Okay, and then take the other one. So there's no adhesive on this part, but you just place it over the top of the other one. There we go. So that's where your seam is here. That is now the back. So just pinch in at the sides. And just pinch a little bit. And we're not going to keep it closed like that because actually it's a single hole in the front. So I have got the largest of our hole punches. This is the, oh, what is it? 1/4 inch punch? I think it's 1/4 inch. 6.4 centimetres. I can see that bit written on. So you just want one single hole that goes through both layers. Did that go through? Oh, it went through, it just didn't click. And then a piece of the beautiful seam binding ribbon, and this is the Whisper White. And this is like my Pandora bag. So we're going to come through the back, through both holes and out the front. I'm going to cut off a length. And you go over the top of the back one. Over the top like that, and in through the back of the front one. And if you haven't seen my Pandora bag, I think I did that in different colours so you can probably see better what I'm doing, but it's pulling it closed. I did that around there. So you've got 2 tails that are sticking out the front, and you just tie your bow or your knot. I'm going to do my very best to do one or the other. I don't know which is going to succeed. Oh, and not a bad bow. I think the seam binding is the ribbon that kind of likes me. It's willing to be a bit more adaptable and play. So trim off the ends, and then I'm going to bring in my stamp to stamp, and I absolutely adore this set for like the Christmas stamping. It's Project Life by Stampin' Up, and it's the holiday cheer. So obviously it's ideal for putting on the Project Life little, you know, when you're doing your photos in your albums, but because of the size of them, they are perfect for little tags. They're great. And obviously, you know, you can see by the discoloration, which is normal and it's okay. It's not going to affect the stamping. You can see I use it quite a bit. And this time I'm using Let the Festivities Begin, which is this one here. And because we've got green going on here, I decided to go with the garden green. So that onto a piece of Whisper White. I'm going to cut that with the 1-inch circle punch. And then I've got my 1 1/4 scallop circle and silver glimmer paper this time. I used Dazzling Diamonds glimmer paper on the other two. I've lost my dimensionals, there they are. So one on the back of that. Oops. Oh, I've got dropsy. And into the middle there, and then I'm going to finish it with a candy dot, I think. I didn't put one on there, but I did put a candy dot on there, and I think it looks really pretty. I'd finished with a candy dot, but I think I might have put them away. Did I? No, I didn't. Oh. I have to grab another set. Okay, so the garden green is this one here. Couldn't remember then. And at the bottom. And that is so cute. Isn't it adorable? I love it. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.